Well, greetings, everyone, and welcome to a truly special online event today. It's called A Mayan Blessing Ceremony to Awaken Your Inner Golden Child. Curandismo Traditions to Ignite Your Inner Spark and Light of Consciousness. My name is Stephen Dye. I'm the founder and president of the Shift Network, and it is truly a blessing, an honor, and a privilege to be here with you, getting to receive the blessing and empowerment and wisdom of one of our world's really most respected and beloved Indigenous elders. Her name is Grandmother Flordemayo. She had a remarkable life path from growing up in very humble beginnings in Honduras to becoming a Mayan elder and curandera, and then eventually universal healer and visionary and founder of the Path, as well as one of the founding members of the International Council of 13 Indigenous Grandmothers. So she is both a blessed elder and she's also a lot of fun to be around. So we are in for a treat. Grandmother Flor de Mayo, thank you so much for joining today.
Thank you so very much. Greetings to each and everyone. Beloved Creator, I want to share with everybody that today on our Mayan calendar is 1 Canil, beloved beauty. This is a very beautiful, auspicious day, beloved Creator. I thank you. Mm-hmm. 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 Beloved Creator, beloved beauty, this precious day today represents the spirit of the earth, beloved Creator. This beautiful, beautiful day is also the representation of all of the seeds, the spirit of the seeds, beloved Creator. It is the spirit of all of the plants, the healing plants, the house plants, the outdoor plants, the plants that grow in the waters, the sweet waters, the ocean waters, beloved Creator, all plants. This beautiful, beautiful day. It's also a day of germination. Not only germination within nature, but germination within humans. It's the spirit of the sacred semen, beloved Creator, the seeds of the male, and also us women that carry the seeds of the future generations. So on this sacred day, beloved beauty, I want to thank the spirit of the 4 sacred elements of life. The spirit of the water. The spirit of the sacred wind. The spirit of the sacred fire. The spirit of the sacred earth, beloved Creator. I want to thank the spirit of the grandmothers of the 4 directions, the spirit of the 4 sacred colors of the sacred corn, beloved Creator, the spirit of the planting stick, beloved beauty, in which we separate the soil to plant the 4 colors of the sacred canil, beloved Creator, the red, the black, the yellow, and the white corn. Beloved beauty, it is a sacred day. I'm calling on the spirit of all of our ancestors, beloved Creator, to come and to be with us on this sacred day and to guide us for the future generations, for the future children, beloved Creator. I want to thank the heart of the heavens and the heart of the earth, beloved beauty. You are the mother, father, creator, maker of all of the beauty that is around us, beloved creator. Not only on the earth, but also in the heavenly body, beloved creator. All that exists out there, out in the heavens, beloved creator. The spirit of the light of the sacred dawn, beloved creator. The setting sun, where we go into a place of renewal, beloved beauty. Thank you.
Thank you. How beautiful to begin with these prayers. I love the way you speak to Creator as a beloved and as really our deepest ally and deepest beloved in this world. And I want to ask you, so Kanil is you had different levels of meaning there, but you've also devoted yourself to preserving literal seeds in the world and then also planting seeds metaphorically that are germinating, whether that's semen or actual seeds. It's like there's this possibility of the new coming into form, that we're planting seeds with our prayers, with our intentions. And just want to invite you to reflect a little bit on that and how important it is to really set these prayers and seeds in motion with intention, with heart, with love, and to help them blossom in the world.
It's good to be reminded, because we bring ourselves back into that place of focus and into that place of honoring, because we have to honor all that grows. We have to remind ourselves that we play an important part. And depending on which part it is that we feel that drives us. For example, for myself, what drives me is to know and to embrace the four sacred elements of life. I remember that I had a vision when I was traveling with the grandmothers to the to this conference of world religion that was happening in Salt Lake. And I had a vision there, and I mentioned to Pierre Zia about the vision. And he said to me, Grandmother Flordemayo, you need to be initiated immediately. And so he takes me by the hand and we go outside under this enormous tree. And I went into spontaneous prayer, but what Pierre Zia said to me, you're being initiated in the Zerat order. And of course, I found out later that the Zerat order are people that maintain and take care of the four sacred elements of life.
Oh, wow.
And so it was a moment where I was confirmed, reaffirmed of what I've been doing all of my life.
Hmm.
And so in the vision, he saw me as that, and that I should be initiated, through prayers and ceremony. And it was really, really beautiful. And for me, it was a confirmation that what I've been doing all my life has been right.
Hmm. Well, it's a beautiful vision, and to be stewarding these four sacred elements. And I know there's another vision that you also wanted to share today, which is very central to this task we all have of helping to birth a new earth. And that you had this vision of a golden child that you really see as sort of a deep message from Creator about how we go about this. So maybe you can share that story, and then we can talk a little bit about how we can each become and awaken and invite in our own golden inner child.
The vision of the golden child is an incredibly beautiful vision, and I'm going to share a little bit of it, but I would like to say to everybody to explore the vision, to think about it, to dwell on it. And what it does is that it goes out into the universe and it collects information, and it brings the information back to us, which is really, really magical. And so in the vision of the golden child, I was invited to come to a gathering of people of prayer. And there were 140 people from all walks of life, all languages, all religions, but they were people of prayer, men and women. And so this gathering started with people coming in with their sacred regalia of prayer. And so the day that we were supposed to start, the night before, let's say that the program started on Friday, and on Thursday evening, I have this awaken vision. And the reason that I say awaken is because I heard in that way of spirit, a holy being coming into the room. And I sat up on my little bed in a lotus position, and this beautiful, beautiful being, dressed in very, very dark red kind of tunic, like something that perhaps maybe you will see the Tibetan monks wearing. And it glided into the room. I did not see any feet walking, but I heard it. But it glided into the room and called me midway in the bedroom, and called me Flordemayo. And I answered, and I said yes. And as the being got closer to me, he said to me, I have a gift for you. And as soon as he said that, I extended my hands out to receive the gift. And he kind of went back and forth 3 times to present the gift in my hands. And the gift was this very, very large egg. And the egg was made out of like mud. It was just this like solid earthen egg. It was very, very big, about this big. And as soon as I touched it when he put it in my hands, I received this incredible energy. And I went into spontaneous prayer. And the prayer was, you are loved. There is nothing but loved. Love is all that there is. And so I started with this mantra, very, very rapidly, just, saying it very fast. And I started to energize the egg with my hands all the way around on the sides and the back and the front, just all around. And I just kept praying and praying. And before I knew it, I am suspended into the heavens. And I could look down and I could see the earth. And as I'm saying this prayer, pieces of the earth from the egg started to fall out. And it started to fall down into the earth. And inside the egg was a layer of this powder crystal. And the same thing happened. This powder crystal started to fall out and down into the earth. And so as I continued with my prayer and watching the earth and the powdered crystal falling onto the earth, a baby appeared in the egg. And the baby was a fully grown baby. And when I say fully grown baby, I'm thinking in my mind like a 9-pound, 10-pound human baby. It was like just, fully developed with nice little chunky kind of little arms and tummy and legs and little dimples on the baby, and this beautiful, beautiful feet, just beautifully formed baby. It was so beautiful. And when I saw the baby, I started to raise my voice, and I could hear myself all over the universe. And I'm calling on the beloved mother. And I said to her, beloved mother, there's a baby in the egg. And so I started to talk to the baby, and I started to say to the baby how beautiful you are. And I shared with the beloved mother the beauty of the baby, the perfectly formed little toes and little feet and little legs and little dimples on the knees and all this beautiful thing. And then I centered into the baby's genitalia, and the baby was androgynous. And I said to the beloved mother, the baby is androgynous. And so I continued, to talk to the baby. And by this time, the baby is reacting to my voice. And the baby starts to move around in the egg. And at one point, it kind of moved on its side. And the baby had a teeny weeny little golden wing. And I let out a shout into the universe and said, beloved mother, the baby has golden wings. And it was at that moment that I realized that the baby was golden. I could see the color of the flesh of the baby, but on top of it was golden. It was like this liquid gold had fallen on the baby. And the baby was golden from head to toe. And the little hairs on the baby's head, they looked like golden strands. I've never seen anything like that. It was so beautiful. And so I shared it with the beloved mother. And the more that I talked to the beloved mother, and the more that I kept repeating the mantra, the more that the baby became animated. And then the baby started to open its eyes, and the baby's eyes were like almond, these beautiful big eyes. And when the baby opened its eyes, it was like batting its little eyes, like newborn babies do when they're just learning how to open and close their eyes. But this baby, when the baby opened its eyes. They were like wide open, and the baby had the heavens in its eyes, and you could see the twinkling stars in the baby's eyes. It was so beautiful, and it was so incredibly moving that I was in this dialogue with my beloved mother, and before I knew it, my light body started to come out of my crown. So I'm coming out, and I travel into the baby's eyes, and I go into the baby's eyes, and the baby takes me out into the universe and traveled. And I came back just at the right time of the first light of the dawn. And I remember looking at the dawn with my physical eyes, because I'm just awakened in this room. And I could see the beautiful first light of the dawn peeking in the horizon, the golden light coming into the horizon. There was this white light on top of the yellow light, and then you could see the rest of the heavens, and you could even see the moon out in the heavens. The moon was still there with the first light of the dawn. It was just simply beautiful. And so I remind people on the beauty of this wonder, and what is it that the Holy Ones are trying to tell us. Because, to receive that blessing of the first light of the dawn is really an incredible gift in the way that it happens.
It's an amazing.
And certainly also at sunset, And so we're constantly being bathed in this beautiful golden light.
It's certainly an incredibly inspiring story and vision, and yes, I think it's true that we are being bathed in this golden light. And anything that you want to share with people about how to really feel that sense of connection as a practice, and the kind of the daily rituals that connect you with that golden light, that golden thread that connects us with the spirit, with earth.
Well, this has been happening since the beginning of time, in the sense that from the beginning of time, people wanted to have the capacity to hold this golden light, in your hands, this fire, and so we keep going into the dawn, receiving and bathing ourselves in this golden light. And of course, the sun is the fire, the spirit of the fire. And how is it that we can relate this fire into that moves in our body through those areas of sacred centers? It moves the kundalini so that we can unfold and become better humans. And so we have to move this energy inside of us, become one with it, but we don't do it every once in a while. We have to be honoring enough to say and go back to it every day and every afternoon. I remember you said to me, "Why do you get up so early?" when I saw you in New Mexico. And other than, doing girly things, like ironing my clothes, I I was going to say to you, because I get up and pray and I want to receive the first light of the dawn, I want to become that with that. I want to become one with the light.
Nice.
I want to, shower myself with that golden light. And it really is an incredible experience.
Hmm. I love that this receiving the first light of the dawn and this sort of waking up with prayer. How do you then you want to bring in like ritual and blessing and some of the other sort of core practices that you do, sort of just really seeing and blessing other things or sanctifying them with a small ritual. And love to share a little bit about how you do that in your own life.
We take things that we love. For me, flowers, water, we take it and we bless ourselves with it. Bless the crown of our head, bless all around our head. We could even go in the back of the head, our shoulders, our elbows, okay? Our wrists, all of these joints in our body. We have a total of 13 sacred centers in our body. And we continue to take the flour with the water and we do our hips, our knees, and our ankles. So left and right ankle is 1 and 2. Left and right hip is 3 and 4. I'm sorry, the knees and then the hips are 6 and 7. The wrist 8 and 9. The elbows 9 and 10, and the shoulders 11 and 12, and number 13 is right here, right here. And so we come into this place and we keep doing it, and before we know it, we do it without thinking. It becomes very spontaneous, like the prayer to the golden child. You are love, there's nothing but love. Love is all that there is. And in these times, these incredible times that we're going through right now, these are like, really incredible words that for us, we have to think about that word of love, and how is it that we love ourselves, and how is it that we can share ourselves
Hmm.
and become one, with that love.
It's beautifully shared. Yes. I want to turn back to the originally we opened with Kanil, the energy of today, the sort of, and what special things do you feel like are important for us to attune with and plant and grow today in alignment with the energy of Kanil?
Well, we think of today, the word of kanil. Also, when we think of anything that grows, it becomes an abundance. So we think of also abundance, and people have to find out for themselves what exactly is abundance to you. That would be like the question, right? And sometimes people will think of abundance, perhaps maybe as in, money.
Mhm.
But some people might think of abundance more in a community. Some people might think of abundance in having enough food saved for the winter. And so abundance, comes in so many different realities. But that's the whole essence of Kanil, is that it brings abundance. It brings people together. It brings gatherings together. It brings thoughts together, prayers together, ceremonies together. You know, becoming the initiators of ceremony and doing it, just becoming part of it.
Hmm, beautiful. Well, I want to spend a little another since we said today would be a bit of a ceremony, a blessing ceremony, and to awaken your own inner golden child. Now we've kind of understood a little bit the context of the vision of the golden child and our connection to the golden threads of light. And I wonder if you could lead us in a little bit of a prayer blessing for the activation of the opening to the golden child in each of us now.
What I do is that I sit quietly in a place where I could really observe that first light of the dawn.
Hmm.
And it depends on a lot of things. I could be sitting down in an upright chair. I could be sitting down in a very comfortable chair. I could be sitting on the bed with my legs crossed. Whatever it is that makes us comfortable for the moment. But what we do is that we become one with that experience, the experience of the light. And when we become one with it, we move ourselves into the presence of the light and we start to inhale it.
Hmm.
And we feel the blessing of the light engulfing your body through the action of the breath. And so we have this yellow light moving in through our body. And we have our eyes open or closed because we want to visualize the light moving inside of us, becoming one with us. And the moment that you feel it, you go into a place of gratitude. And we say, beloved Creator, beloved beauty, thank you. Thank you, beloved radiant light. Thank you for allowing me to feel you coming in through my body, into every inch of my body, every cell of my body, and allowing me to become one with you. And of course, when the light, makes its movement through your body, you start talking to the light. And you acknowledge, yes, I felt you moving about on my head, the back of my head, the front of my face, my shoulders, my back, my chest. I felt it around my heart, around my arms, my back, my hips, my legs, and my feet. You just, acknowledge every part of your body that you feel it. And then it doesn't stop there. What you can do is you can go further with that. And once you have been, become one with this light, you could then say, beloved Creator, allow me to send this light to so and so.
Would you be able to guide us in doing that right now? So the way you described it is very beautiful and gives us a roadmap, but maybe we can activate an experience of that guiding the collective light in ourselves forward and then also blessing the world. That would be beautiful if you would lead us in a prayer for it.
Absolutely. So once we have the gift of the light in our body, we say, beloved Creator, Mother, Father, beloved beauty, allow me to give some of this light. I'm going to use an example and say, to my husband. And then anybody could say, my sister, my mother, my father, my neighbor. But we start doing the same thing. We allow the light to start and to go into the head of the person. And you walk the light as it moves through the body. And you start at the crown of the head. And I say, beloved Creator, I thank you for allowing this beautiful, beautiful light of the dawn to merge and to become one with my husband's body. I see it entering the crown of his head, and I see it moving very gently in the back of his head and the front of his face. This beautiful, beautiful light is moving very slowly, but he is becoming one with this beautiful golden light. And I see that the back of the head has become very golden. The front of the face has become very golden in light. I see that the light has also entered its shoulders, coming down its arms and on his chest and upper back, beloved Creator. I thank you for that. The light is coming down into his arms, coming down into his waist, and down into his lower part of his body, the lower back, going into his hips, moving down into the thighs, and going down into the knees, the front and the back of the body, going down into the legs, the front and the back of the legs, down into the ankles, and covering the feet with this beautiful, beautiful light, golden light, and down into the bottom of his feet, the ball of his feet. Beloved Creator, allow this healing light, beloved beauty, to bring some healing into his body, healing into his mind. Allow the beautiful light to regenerate him and to help him in his healing. Beloved Creator, as I see the light moving from the top of the body down into the feet, and it's moving in this beautiful circular motion, beloved Creator, I see it moving from the top of the head down to the feet. And let it be so, beloved Creator, that he continues to feel the blessings of the healing of the golden light. And I thank you, beloved Mother Creator, for helping us with this guided meditation. Thank you, beloved Mother, Father, Creator, Heart of the heavens, Heart of the earth. Thank you.
Thank you for that beautiful guided meditation. I want to ask about what you're seeing now. So when we look at this crossroads we're at as a planet, there's so much suffering, chaos, polarization, and yet there's also this current of a birthing of a golden baby, a golden new era, that there's a deeper kind of awakening that's happening that we're aware of. And how you see this moment, and how do we best be of service in this moment?
Well, and we could do this meditation with one person. We could also do this meditation with community, with our town, our community, our family, our country, our state. We could move across the oceans and into the lakes and engulf all that exists. because this prayer is not only for humanity, but the prayer is also for nature, for all of the animals, for all that exists, all the forest, all the oceans, all the lakes, all that lives in these areas. And so we could take it around the globe and not finish there either, but also take the energy out into the heavens, because we are also children of the light and children of the stars.
Mm, beautiful. Well, Flordemayo, it's such a blessing to be with you. And there's so much sincerity and depth of love in your heart that's really emanates from your words, from your prayers, from your actions. And so I want to spend some time now talking about how people can go deeper with you and also receive some of the Mayan uh, traditional practices that you have cultivated through your life. So we're really blessed that Grandmother Flordemayo is teaching a brand new course for Shift. It's called Curanderismo and Mayan Elemental Healing, bringing prayer, ritual, and blessing into the rhythms of everyday life. You can find it at the URL mayanelementalhealing.com, mayanelementalhealing.com. And Florida, I would love for you to just share in your own words some of what you really want to bring forward as good medicine for all of us in this moment through this course.
That we have the capacity to reach out into the different impossible corners of the universe and become one with all of nature and all that exists. We're not people that are by ourselves here. We have to be able to dare to travel into these multiple dimensional ways that they are calling us to do. We have to go beyond the beyond, beyond the capacity that we have. And some of us think that our capacity is that much. It's not. It's from one corner of the universe to the other.
So let me read out the module titles, and if you want to share anything that you're are thinking you're going to teach during those times. I know you're very spontaneous as well, but module 1 is called Awaken Your Heart Light and Sacred Medicine. Remember the golden child within to restore trust in your inner radiance and resilience.
I think of so many things that as humans, we don't have to think of what we can do or not do, but just allow it to happen and to be, and to trust that the holy ones are not going to take us into a place that we're not going to be comfortable. Everything is sacred.
Module 2 is called Fire of Transformation and Forgiveness. Purify the heart to release emotional burdens.
Yeah, using the spirit of the fire, absolutely.
Module 3 then goes into Breath of Spirit, Murmurio, and the Wind Bundle. Commune with the invisible to clear energetic blockages and receive intuitive support.
Yeah. I believe that, by this time we should be able to pinpoint areas in our body that might be needing a little bit of push, get the energy moving in a much better way.
Module 4 then goes into Waters of Blessing and Peace, renewal rituals to restore emotional clarity and mind-body balance.
Yeah. We do a lot of, water rituals in Central America. Absolutely, water is so sacred.
Say more about the kind of water rituals that you grew up practicing.
Well, one of the things is adding some things to the water, adding flowers, for example. You can add honey to the water, and everything seems to make sense. Like for example, the flowers would be like for love. The honey would be like for sweetness. So there's many different ways that you can add things to the water to give you what it is that you need for the moment.
Then module 5, seeds of the earth. I know this is a really important theme for you. Root yourself in service and intention to cultivate soul-aligned purpose.
That is such a I could go like this with that question. When we speak about seeds, we're this is what the words from Emilio Bayón. We're speaking about life,
Mm, mm,
and so that already in itself pretty profound.
The seeds are life. That's beautiful to remember. Then module 6 goes into sacred weaving. Carry ancestral wisdom with you to strengthen belonging and find your true community.
Yeah, this is when we initially take the light of the dawn, and we could weave this light with our fingers and create something.
Hmm. And finally, module 7, embody the light in daily life through ritual. Integrate sacred practice to illuminate your path and sustain spiritual clarity.
The way that I think about this is like looking into the unknown with your eyes closed, but your eyes are really like flashlights, beaming into the unknown and discovering with that.
Hmm. Well, it's going to be a beautiful offering, and I know that there's so much spontaneous magic that happens around you, the prayers, the ceremony, the transmissions of wisdom, the understanding of the Mayan calendar system. There's so much that you bring forward. So again, the course outline is at mayanelementalhealing.com and mayanelementalhealing.com. It's a 7-week program, and you will have 7 90-minute sessions with Grandmother Flordemayo, and they will be beautiful. You'll have interactive time. There's Q&A time. You'll also get recordings, both video and audio, for every session, as well as word-for-word transcripts. There's weekly exercises and practices that you can do at home. There's a community group to support you and deepen your experience, as well as small group time to connect with other participants. And on the page, you'll see there's also a number of extra bonuses, each of which is designed to enhance your journey. There's a video teaching with Flordemayo, and one of her best allies and friends is Grandmother Taiha Moitu. It's called Sacred Fire, Sacred Life. The two together are just really so exquisite, and they just have fun together as well. There's also a second bonus called Waters of Remembrance and Renewal. This is a video teaching with Grandmother Flordemayo and Grandmother Hato, who's actually the sister of Grandmother Taiha, and herself a powerful transmitter of Maori wisdom and ritual understanding as well. So both Taiha and Hato collaborate extensively with Grandmother Flordemayo and travel globally, and so you're really getting to an inside seat with a profound wisdom circle. And finally, there's one extra bonus that's on the page that is a meditation that Grandmother Flordemayo has created with Leanne Hill. It's called Rooted in the Beloved Mother. Flordemayo, can you share anything about that special bonus on Rooted in the Beloved Mother that the folks get when they sign up today?
Simply because she is a grower. She is involved with seeds pretty much 24/7. She is working not only with the seeds, but she's also, working with soil and working with water, working with the air, and also working with the fire to bring about her gardening. And so she's, really a beautiful person to listen to what her perspective is with these, these gifts of growing plants that she is doing.
Beautiful. Well, there'll be a lot of spontaneous magic in that with Flordemayo and Leanne Hill. It's all focused on rooted in the beloved mother. And so we're really blessed that Flordemayo is making the time for this. She is such a cherished elder by so many, and I'm sure, going to have quite a beautiful journey with her. We've kept the investment for this program very accessible. It's just 3 payments of $128, so you can save 10% when you pay in full with one payment of $349. The course is going to start on January 26th and run Mondays at 11 Pacific or 2 Eastern. Even if you can't make the live times, though, you can still get the full value by participating with the recordings and the transcripts and also in the community as well. So there's some beautiful testimonials on the page from students of Grandmother Flordemayo and other eminent elders, teachers. So many people just offer their love and gratitude for what Flordemayo has shown them over the years and taught them and embodied for them. So you are going to be in the presence of a truly beloved elder who has much to share, and I'm sure you'll be very blessed if you choose to join this. So again, the whole program is laid out in detail at MayanElementalHealing.com, MayanElementalHealing.com. So Flordemayo, we're nearing the end of our time together. It's always such a blessing to be with you. Anything that's still on your heart you want to share in terms of teaching or prayers to kind of close us out for this time together?
The one thing that I think about is when it was explained to me by Don Alejandro on how the Maya, when the moment came where they could gaze at the first light of the dawn, they could gaze at the light, but the moment that they prayed for was the moment that they could hold the fire in their hands. And so that was like a whole process of eons, And then when they were able to hold the fire in their hands, it became something of where they understood the power of nature with the human, because they were able to hold this living, breathing coal of fire in their hands. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful story.
Beautiful. Well, Flordemayo, thank you so much for your time today and your blessings and your prayers and your wisdom. And thank you also for offering this upcoming course, which I know is going to be such a blessing. And again, it's titled Curanderismo and Mayan Elemental Healing, Bringing Prayer, Ritual, and Blessing into the Rhythms of Everyday Life. You can find the whole program laid out at MayanElementalHealing.com, and you'll get that special bonus if you sign up today of Rooted in the Beloved Mother with Grandmother Flordemayo and Leanne Hill. So thank you so much, Flordemayo. Many blessings to you all. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Stephen. Much love and light to everybody. Thank you.